Welcome back to my stand-up channel. They're the people that ferry us from A to B, but with drunk passengers and never-ending traffic thrown in. What a journey bus drivers must have along the way. Not only do they have to navigate busy traffic, but they also must ensure the safety of all their passengers, so it's a job that's a lot harder than it sounds. So what is it really like? Jodie Lee Fox, 24, lives in Brentwood, has been a bus driver for 5 years. Here, she reveals what she really thinks about drunk customers, and the rudest comments she's received. We have people's lives in our hands. Jodie says, people think it's easy, but there is a lot to think about when you become a bus driver. Remember, we have people's lives in our hands. However, driving a bus is not that much more complicated than driving a car. You do have to be more careful, given the length and weight of a bus, as well as the responsibility you have to your passengers. We have our daily checks that have to be completed, checking everything to make sure the bus is okay for service. Working up a sweat while driving through the sights of London sounds like a great day out. As a driver, you also have to constantly battle traffic jams. Jodie says, I'd say the hardest part is trying to work under pressure when you're running on a tight schedule and there's traffic. Sometimes it does get stressful, especially in the summer as you're sitting in a hot, sweaty cab. Passengers can be rude. Sadly, drivers can come up against some unreasonable passengers too, which can add to the stress. Jodie says, I have many rude customers because I'm female. I've had many inappropriate comments such as I wear too much makeup, or I'm fat, or have too much lip filler. However, you just have to let it go, otherwise it would affect the rest of your day. I also see a lot of drunk people, but I love it because that used to be me. It doesn't really bother me. Gift of the gab. Of course, with the negatives come the positives, so it's not all doom and gloom. Jodie says, the best experience I had with a customer who I could tell had a disability. He got my bus every day, and then to say thank you he got me a gift, which was a little wine set. We've been the best of friends since. My typical day. Being a bus driver is obviously not your typical 9-to-5 job, which can come in handy depending on circumstances. Jodie says, my whole day starts around 1 p.m. onwards as I have a daughter, so she goes to nursery at 12:30 and I start my shifts around 1:30–2 depending on traffic. I get to the yard and depending what duty I'm doing I either make my own way using my car or get the work ferry taxi to my start location. Each route is different as there are some short and some long routes. My main route was the 15, which started at Blackwall and terminated at Trafalgar Square. This took about an hour and a half, then we get about 15/20ths of a minute at each end before we set off again. My favorite route would be the 135, which is Cross Harbour to Old Street, because it goes past Canary Wharf and through the City of London. I can see the world. The thing I love most about the job is the experience of seeing different parts of the world. I never really got out and about before I became a bus driver, and I've seen some amazing places being a bus driver. I also love the customers, at times. As far as driving jobs go, would you prefer to be a bus driver or a delivery driver, do you think? Source: nypost.com. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.